Lavosianos, si queréis apoyar al canal podéis usar mi código de creador, Lavosiano, en la tienda de Fortnite y otros juegos de Epic Games, y yo os lo agradezco un montón porque así apoyáis muchísimo al canal. Muchas gracias, gente. A ver, capítulo 5. 5. Redux. ¿Qué significaba Redux? Memorias. Capítulo 12. Penúltimo capítulo. ¡Ey, Zoe! ¿Dónde estás, Zoe? Hombre, por fin te has despertado. Hey, Wonkers.
Zoe, you're awake.
What? Oh, Wonkers, get off me! Oh, what time is it? Wait, where am I?
You're in the hospital, Zoe. In Casablanca. Don't you remember?
No.
You got really sick, and they brought you here to make you better. I've been watching over you. You've been in a coma for a long, long time.
I'm not sure. I'm confused.
You just woke up, Zoe. It must be strange to be awake again. Don't worry. It'll pass. You just need to rest. Go back to sleep now. I'll watch over you.
Wonkers, you don't sound like yourself.
You've been very sick, Zoe. You can't trust yourself right now. Just close your eyes and go back to sleep. You'll feel much better afterwards.
No, I can't sleep anymore.
I wouldn't recommend that, Zoe. You're not well. You need to go back to sleep.
I need to get up.
I wouldn't recommend that, Zoe. You're not well. You need to go back to sleep.
Stop it, Wonkers. Good old Wonkers. For as long as I can remember, he's been there for me. Like a surrogate sibling and guardian. Best gift ever. But there's something not quite right about him. I can't put my finger on it, but he's not really Wonkers. Good old Wonkers. For as long as I can remember, he's been there for me. Like a surrogate sibling and guardian. Best gift ever. But there's something not quite right about him. I can't put my finger on it, but he's not really Wonkers.
Are you tired, Zoe? You must be tired. Let's go back to sleep. I'll stay right here. I promise I won't ever leave you.
No, I don't want to sleep anymore.
You're not feeling well. I can tell. You're exhausted. And you're seeing things that aren't real.
I don't know what's wrong, but it's not me. It's this place. It's you, Wonkers. You're all wrong.
That hurts my feelings, Zoe. Why don't you go back to sleep, Zoe? You'll feel much better if you do.
There's something very wrong about this, and if I go to sleep again... I've slept enough. Those vitals aren't too bad. Not being in a coma probably helps. Those vitals aren't too bad. The call button should really be next to the bed, although I guess they weren't expecting me to wake up from my coma anytime soon. The magic nurse summoning button. The call button should really be next to the bed, although I guess they weren't expecting me to wake up from my coma anytime soon.
Someone will be with you shortly. Your call has been registered. We will send someone to your room as soon as possible.
Over 200 unread posts. So I was more popular in a coma than when I was awake. Encouraging. Get well, get better, please wake up, hope you recover, don't die. Where's that book you borrowed? Come back to us, all our love. Where were these people before my coma? I spent my 21st birthday in a coma. That's just sad. Hey, a message from Emma. Oh, she finally opened her gallery in Europolis. Nice. I'll have to visit soon. Jama sent me something. Knowing her, it's probably a list of exercises to get me back in the gym. Oh, an invitation from CTU to come back and talk about my experiences. What experiences? How to not succeed after graduation? Avoiding bed sores? Also, the event was 6 months ago. Fantastic. My surprisingly large circle of acquaintances has been busy talking about me in my absence. Now that I'm awake, I probably won't hear from any of them ever again. Over 200 unread posts. So I was more popular in a coma than when I was awake. Flowers from Liv. Hola, sweetie. I hope these flowers will brighten your day. Love, Liv. That's cute. Liv's cute. I'm so happy to have Olivia Del Marco in my life. And Ailey and the cat is hands down the best electronics shop in Casablanca. I can't wait to go back. When was the last time I visited her shop? That was ages ago. Did it close down? I remember something about... what just happened? Something happened to her, to Liv. Something terrible. Okay, that was not just in my head. Something's definitely going on.
La realidad se colapsa.
Olivia. She's dead. I know it. I feel it. Shit. Am I losing my mind, or is reality glitching? Liv had an accident. She's dead. She never sent me a get well card.
What are you doing, Zoe? You shouldn't be on your feet. Come on, I'll tuck you in and read you a little story, just like in the old days.
Liv didn't send this. It's not real. Liv had an accident. She's dead. She never sent me a get well card. Liv didn't send this. It's not real. Liv had an accident. She's dead. She never sent me a get well card. No, this isn't really me anymore. No, this isn't really me anymore. This must go into the hospital hallway. This must go into the hospital hallway. It's locked. Why on earth would they lock a hospital room? That feels unsafe. It's locked. Why on earth would they lock a hospital room? That feels unsafe. I'd almost forgotten this. I won a competition. Second place, I think. Jama was so proud. Prouder than my dad, perhaps. Definitely prouder than me. I'd almost forgotten this. I won a competition. Second place, I think. Jama was so proud. Prouder than my dad, perhaps. Definitely prouder than me.
No creo que lleve mucho retraso. Creo que Twitch no se puede ver en diferido en directo.
Graduation day, in front of Jammy Hall.
Nunca te graduaste, Zoe.
Cape Town University has the most beautiful views. I spent so many lazy afternoons with friends, sitting on jammy steps and looking out over the city. I remember feeling like the end of my bioengineering degree was impossibly far away. I can't believe I actually made it to graduation. It's almost like a dream. Come to think of it, I don't remember much from that day. I was there, I was wearing a gown, but who else was there? Dad? Reza? And what was the ceremony like? I just can't remember. Weird. Now I'm officially freaked out. Something's wrong. The whole graduation thing, something's definitely wrong here.
Bueno, te conectaste antes. No lo habrás visto tú.
I didn't graduate. I dropped out. I mean, sometimes I wish I hadn't. But this is a false memory.
You don't look well, Zoe. You're probably seeing things. Please lie down, just for a minute. I'll watch over you. I'll sing for you.
I never graduated from Cape Town University. I didn't graduate. I dropped out. I mean, sometimes I wish I hadn't. But this is a false memory.
Thanks for joining us. Things are generally going very well today. Wouldn't you say so, Marek?
Jardin de Roses. Home, sweet home for most of my tumultuous teenage years.
Mind one bit, Marek.
Casablanca's a great place to grow up. Such an interesting mix of cultures and very safe and clean. But I'll have to move at some point if I want a career in pioneering.
Precedented.
Maybe I'll go back to Cape
110%.
Town or move to Europolis. I've always wanted to do that. Jardin de Roses. Home, sweet home for most of my tumultuous teenage years.
Here, Marek. We should be in Dreamtime too.
Dad and me in Casablanca.
Watty Corp has
Dad's
also
been away a
announced
lot,
that circus
travelling, but was still very close.
free dreamers for children in need.
I remember
worldwide.
that day.
Giving them
We had one of our dad and daughter days. We walked around exploring the city, we went to a museum, and then we ate an amazing buffet dinner at the Wati Plaza Hotel downtown.
Watty Corp is our favorite
Dad and me
corporation,
in
Marek.
Casablanca.
And they're not even paying us to say that.
Our 5th anniversary. Reza and I took the backtracks to Norway and a hydrofoil to Svalbard. We spent a long weekend travelling around the island.
So good. Just trust us on that.
We always talked about going to Svalbard. It's such an incredible place. So majestic and so alien. And I was totally geeking out about going inside the Doomsday Vault. 5 years together. Almost hard to believe. Things have been rocky between us from time to time. It's amazing that we lasted this long. I remember we stayed at the what was the name of that place again? And where was it? I don't remember any of it. It's weird, but I remember nothing from the trip, aside from talking to Reza about it and this photo. We were there, and we've been together for 5 years. Haven't we? No. No, this is wrong. This feels all wrong. We talked about going to Svalbard, but we never did. We broke up, and that trip, it never happened.
This isn't helping anyone, Zoe. You're just going to ruin everything. Please stop. Please go back to bed. Go back to sleep, Zoe.
This isn't a real memory. We talked about going to Svalbard, but we never did. We broke up, and that trip, it never happened. The Atlantic Ocean looks perfectly serene from here. When the megastorms aren't raging, of course, then not so much. I wonder where this hospital is located. Must be on one of the quieter beaches in Casablanca. The real estate must cost a fortune. The Atlantic Ocean looks perfectly serene from here. When the megastorms aren't raging, of course, then not so much. It's a card from Karen. Karen's nice. She's been a good friend, and she makes great coffee. It's a card from Karen. Mum, Dad, and me. That was when we moved to Casablanca. Mum and Dad were always moving when I was growing up, because of their jobs. This must have been the 5th or 6th home we moved into. I remember falling in love with the place as soon as we got there. It had all these nooks and crannies, a balcony, and my own room with an awesome view. There were so many hiding places. Me and Mum. We played hide and seek all the time. When she came after me, she would stomp her feet and shout. What was it she'd say again? I don't actually remember her voice that well, or her face, or that she was there with Dad and me. Mum she wasn't... Where was she? Helena was never part of our lives. It was just me and Dad. She abandoned us when I was an infant. Helena was never in a family photo. It's a false memory. Oh my God. This isn't real. This place is a hallucination or a projection. I need to get out of here.
Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave things be? We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever. I need you to go back to sleep, Zoe. Now, before it's too late. Before... Look what you've done. Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave things be? We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever. I need you to go back to sleep, Zoe. Now, before it's too late. Before... Look what you've done. Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave things be? We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever. I need you to go back to sleep, Zoe. Now, before it's too late. Before... Look what you've done. Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave things be? We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever. I need you to go back to sleep, Zoe. Now, before it's too late. Before... Look what you've done. Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave things be? We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever. I need you to go back to sleep, Zoe. Now, before...
Something's wrong. This place, and you. You're all wrong. You're not you.
That doesn't make any sense, Zoe. Of course I'm me. I've always been me. Wonkers, your old friend. Your best friend in the whole world.
You look the same, but you don't act the same, and you don't sound the same. It's like someone put you together from memory, but they didn't get the details right. They didn't know you like I know you, and they probably figured it wouldn't matter. That's what's wrong with this whole place. It's made of memories, and some of them are not right. Europolis, Arcadia. I wasn't dreaming. They were real. This is the dream, or a dream made physical. By me. I made this, and I can see through it.
But I'm real, Zoe? Aren't I?
No.
Of course you are, Wonkers. Of course you're real.
Are you sure you don't want to play a game? We haven't played a game in so long.
I'm sorry, Wonkers.
Okay, then. Promise to wake me up later?
I promise.
Nighty-night.
I'll miss you too, buddy.
Oh, el ciberespacio. Ve hacia la luz, Caroline. ¿Estás calva? Wow. Hace 3 días. Hola, Vic. No toques eso.
Viv, stop that. It's not a toy. You could kill someone. Someone you don't want to kill.
Send for a healer, you cretins! My legs are broken!
Jódete.
What do we do with her?
I haven't decided yet. We have enough on Sister Alessandra to hold a summary court-martial and execute her. Or we send her to Sadir to stand trial. She'll face death. Or worse, a solitary life sentence in the black hole. To be honest, I think that decision should be yours.
She's murdered thousands, and she believes she's righteous. Nothing will be gained from sparing her life. She must stand trial, but we don't know what's happening in Sadir. Someone may want to protect her, and we can't bring her with us to Mercuria. Our people must know the truth. Alessandra needs to stand trial for what she's done in Sadir. She's murdered thousands, and she believes she's righteous. Nothing will be gained from sparing her life. Our people must know that she must stand trial, but we don't know what's happening in Sadir. Someone may want to protect her, and we can't bring her with us to Mercuria. She's murdered thousands. Court-martial and execution.
Very well. Hang her from the tower. May the goddess have mercy on your dark soul, Alessandra.
You can't do this. I have the Council's approval. There are powerful people in charge. You'll all rot in shadow, I swear to the goddess. You'll burn for eternity.
What now, Kian?
We go back, and we end this. Can I count on your help?
You can. When I followed you here, I had no idea. I had my suspicions. I don't trust Vamon and Saya. They've been lying to us, and they're planning something. But I was blinded by faith and my trust in the Council. I followed you so that I could arrest you, kill you, if necessary, to have my eyes opened this way. A veil's been lifted, all thanks to you, and the Dolmari, of course. Your man Liko. I failed you. I failed our nation. And I'm sorry for that, Kian, for distrusting you. I should have known better.
He should have known better than to brand me a traitor. But I understand why he made that mistake. Our friendship may never be the same, but we need to put this behind us and move on. I'm disappointed in him. He should know me better than to think I would knowingly betray my people. But I won't. He should have known better than to... I gave you reason to doubt me.
I'm not so sure about that, Kian. I acted rashly and...
General, Harmy, I forgive you. There's one thing I must know. Who told you that Liko and I had gone to Gien?
Mother Utana. Don't ask me how she knew. Well, she has her sources. She urged me to follow you.
She wanted you to see this with your own eyes.
Perhaps so, but how would she know what I'd find here?
She trusted me.
Yes, although, if she already knew the truth, why did she say nothing? It wouldn't have been better to keep me in Mercuria and arrest Vamon and Sire?
I'm sure she had her reasons, Harmy. Is your cloud ship ready to bring us back?
The fastest ship in the fleet. We'll be there in less than 3 days.
Enough time to lay plans along the way. I need your most trusted men to fight alongside the rebels against Vamon's troops.
They will. There are fewer of us than there are of them, but we have the light on our side. We'll follow your command, Kian. To the first mountain, if it be so. What about the Dolmari? Liko?
He's speaking to the prisoners. He'll accompany us. I'll send for him. Liko will expect his people to be brought back to Mercuria, or given free passage to wherever they want to go.
I give you my word, as soon as the conflict has been resolved.
We'll have to leave young Bip with his parents, or I'm sure he'll try to sneak on board our ship. Bip, time to go.
Víspera de luna de cosecha. El profeta.
Everything's ready for the ceremony, Your Excellency. The engineers have informed me that the engine is ready. Whenever you wish to begin.
My men have been posted around the city, ready to handle any unrest. Though I don't expect any. This being Reap Moon's Eve, most of the peasants will be too drunk to pay attention.
Is there anything else you need, Prophet?
You've done all I've asked. With the general away, there will be fewer distractions to worry about. The Office of Scientific Progress has proven itself a loyal servant to the goddess. The support from Sadir has been unwavering. I am pleased with your work.
Thank you, Prophet. We live to serve the goddess.
Where is the first?
In her room, praying for the success of our mission. She did not want to overshadow this ceremony with her presence. Her humility makes her a worthy one of the six.
You deserve all the glory tonight, sister. You, and the commander, of course. When I activate the engine, a new era will begin. We will shape this world according to the wishes of the goddess. Magic will finally be eradicated. The transition may cause fear and unrest for a time, but I trust you to handle this with authority and efficiency.
Of course.
I must prepare. When I am ready, I'll send word to you. You will have the privilege of telling the people of this city they're witnessing the birth of a new era.
Harmy has returned. With Kian. He's joined the Resistance.
What? Who told you this?
They've been trying to recruit my men. Some have turned, though most have not.
Why didn't you inform the Prophet?
And have him cast us from the top of the tower. We'll handle this. The Prophet will never know.
Mother Utana and the First, they can't know either. They might interfere.
You take care of them. I will take care of the Resistance and Harmy. Once and for all. Soon it won't even matter. Tonight, once the engine is active.
We take control, yes, I know. I just... We didn't need this. Not when we're so close, after all that we...
Don't worry yourself, sire. Proceed as planned.
Yes. Yes.
Qué tenso se pone todo. Están muy tensos, todos, están preocupados.
Long ago, when I was a boy, exploring the mountains close to my village, I met an old Dolmari man, herding his stone goats. Our two people were officially at war, But there were still Dormari tribes near our village, and some trade between humans and magicals. The old man spoke with kindness, fed me dried fruits and goat's milk, and told me I had magic in me, just like his grandchildren. When I returned home and told my mother, she commanded me to never speak a word of this to my father. And then she leaned in and whispered something in my ear I'll always remember. Magic, she said, is a part of everything. Magic is in the wind and rain, the stones and the ocean. It's in me, my mother said. And it's in you. Your heart, your mind, your blood. We've been at war with magic for most of my life. But I've never forgot my mother's whispered words. And I've always felt it in me. Felt that magic's a part of me. For decades, I've fought it, denied it, rejected it. Tonight, that fight ends, and another begins. This is no longer a war between humans and magicals. This is a battle for the very soul of our world. If you will have me, if you accept us, we stand with you all. We fight at your side.
Tonight, we put aside our differences, our history, our grievances, and we stand united as one. Humans and magicals, Azadi and Northlanders. We are all Arcadians. Our eyes have been opened to the truth of what's being done to magicals. The Prophet has deceived the Azadi people. The engine is a weapon aimed at us all. We don't yet know what this ceremony will bring, but if we don't act tonight, in the face of death, we shall live to regret it tomorrow. General Hami will lead sorties against Vamon's men, force their surrender, and push through to the commander and Sister Saya. Those who refuse to lay down their arms, we fight. As hard as it will be to strike at your own brothers, there's no other choice. Your goal is to apprehend Saya and Vamon, alive if possible, dead if necessary. You'll take your commands from the General. Any misgivings you may have must be put to rest now. I trust Hami with my life. And tonight, so shall you. The engine must be destroyed. We don't know what it's truly for or how it works, but the Prophet means to reshape the world using its powers. This isn't magic. It's something darker than sorcery. Something older and infinitely more dangerous. Let's stop it. Let's stop them all from destroying our world, from destroying magic.
Let's do this in the memory of our absent comrades. Shepard, Bob who can see, there's been enough death. Come back alive.
You've received your assignments. Prepare to move out. And when this night is over, let's all return here to watch the sun rise on a new Mercuria.
You know what to do, Kian?
Ferdows will shut down the engine from the control room near the green. In order to do that, he needs me inside the tower.
You'll go alone?
I've been inside before. It will be easier on my own. Anna and Enu will escort Ferdows and keep him safe.
I wish we could fight side by side tonight, but your task is more important. And more perilous.
You'll have the Resistance by your side.
I couldn't ask for better company. My men won't flinch from their duty. When they learned what was being done to the non-humans, what the camps were for. I wish there was time to spread the truth further. But instead, we're forced to fight our own. We can only hope that most choose to surrender, rather than remain loyal to Vamon.
I'm sure they will, once they find themselves facing you. Civil war is a terrible thing, Hami. Most men shy from it. I don't envy you your task tonight.
We do what we must. goddess protect you, Kian. If all goes well, we'll talk again soon.
We shall.
Se masca la tensión, por eso no dicen nada.
That was a good speech. They will follow you to their deaths if necessary.
I hope that won't be needed. It's enough to know that we stand united. It's what we've been fighting for. And I no longer have to feel torn between two worlds. Thank you for trusting me, Liko. For convincing me to bring you to Gien. I consider you my brother, Liko. Stay safe tonight. All right. Everyone looks ready. Let's do this. For Shepard.
For Shepard. For Bob who can see. For all who were lost. For family.
Family.
Take care, brother. May your goddess smile upon you tonight.
I stand with you, Kian. And I'm not the only one. Look around. These men and women would all lay down their lives for you. If you trust the Azadi general and his men, so shall we. I'll follow him into battle and fight alongside the Azadi. Best of luck tonight, Kian. We'll see each other in the morning and we'll celebrate our victory with ale. Lots and lots of ale. I stand with you, Kian, and I'm not the only one. Look around. These men and women would all lay down their lives for you.
Hami's men stand with us, but too many are still loyal to Vamon. It'll be brother against brother tonight. They will stay true to our side, no matter what. Hami's men stand with us, but too many are still loyal to Vamon. It'll be brother against brother tonight.
I'm sorry I ever doubted you. What you did for those poor prisoners on Gien. I'll follow you into the fires of the Seven Hells if you ask me to. After the massacre in the Enclave, I wanted to lay down my sword, leave Mercurio, but not anymore. Now I know what we're fighting for. Thanks for giving us one last chance at victory, Alvani. Whether we live or die tonight, we do it with honor, and we do it for a reason. When we lost Shepard and the others, I thought it was all over, that we'd never be able to recover. But I'm glad I was wrong. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. What you did for those poor prisoners on Gien.
I'm proud of them. After the raid on the Enclave, I wouldn't have blamed them for giving up. But here they are, ready to finish the fight. I'll pray for them. Every single one of them. I'm proud of them. After the raid on the Enclave, I wouldn't have blamed them for giving up. But here they are, ready to finish the fight.
Would have refused to take orders from Commander Vamon. They've shamed the Empire, him and Sister Saya. We will gladly fight alongside the Resistance in order to right the wrongs that have been committed here, Apostle. I harbor no ill will towards them, neither human nor non-human. Light be with you, Apostle, and Goddess help those who walk with the Shadow tonight. If we'd known what they were doing to the Magicals, we would have refused to take orders from Commander Vamon. They've shamed the Empire.
I'll pray for them. Every single one of them. I'm proud of them. After the raid on the Enclave, I wouldn't have blamed them for giving up. But here they are, ready to finish the fight. So much is on that man's shoulders tonight. I hope they're stronger than they look. Those shoulders don't look very strong. It's a good thing Hami had Fadaus hidden in a safe place, away from Vamon and Saya. Without him, we wouldn't have much of a plan tonight. Fadaus will help us shut down the engine. If we accomplish that, then half the battle is won. So much is on that man's shoulders tonight. I hope they're stronger than they look.
I'll join Enique's team going into Coldstone.
Those shoulders don't
If we can
look
free the
very
imprisoned
strong.
rebels, we'll improve our chances. And if Benry May's still alive, I want to bring her home. I'll see you in the morning, Kian. I'll prepare the mother of all breakfast to celebrate our victory. And the ale's on me. At least, the first round. When this is over, I'm selling this place, buying a ship and heading south again to find my princess. I've had enough excitement. I want to feel the sun on my face and sand between my toes. Balance watch over you, Kian. You're a good man and a great leader. We'll follow you wherever you choose to lead us. I'll join Enique's team going into Coldstone. If we can free the imprisoned rebels, we'll improve our chances. And if Benry May's still alive, I want to bring her home.
We haven't had a chance to speak since that night I left for Gien. It's been awkward. Elena. I didn't recognize her. I wouldn't have if she hadn't told me. So many years ago. All these years she's been looking for me, and now I've let her down. How can I fix that? We haven't had a chance to speak since that night I left for Gien. It's been awkward. Anna, Elena, we haven't...
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not...
talked, and... Sorry, what were you saying?
Nothing. Don't worry about it, Kian, really. I'm glad you're back and in one piece. We have a job to do. We can talk after.
Good, yes. After. We really should.
Anu and I will escort Ferdows to the engine house in the green. We'll watch over him while he does whatever it is that he needs to do. Kian, are you sure we can trust him?
Do we have a choice? Yes, I believe we can.
Okay. He'll be ready when you found your way into the tower.
Whether she is Utana's trusted source or not, it doesn't matter now. Something Hami said. Utana learned of my trip to Gien from a trusted source. I wonder, did you tell Utana about Gien?
All right. Yes. Yes, I did. I did it to help you. I trust the mother. I always have, ever since... Well, you know, you and her, you saved my life half a lifetime ago. I'm sorry for trying to help.
If you hadn't told Utana, I'd be dead now. So, thank you.
That's it. Thank you. We might never see each other again, and...
I can't give her what she desires most. But I can still grant her a kiss. Words can never bridge the gap between us. I can't give her everything she's hoping for, but I can at least say something to make her feel better.
A esta sí le dice gracias.
We'll see each other again.
Really? Well, if you say so. You have a lot to learn about women, Kian. But I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Elena.
Are we leaving soon? Because if we wait much longer, I'm afraid I'll just curl up into a ball and be of no use to anyone.
The streets are crowded with revelers, and the Azadi are staying out their way. There's no better time. This whole reaping thing is giving them the willies. It's way too pagan for our pious occupiers.
I'll find a way into the heart of the tower.
And we'll stand by and wait for you to contact us.
You still believe you can shut the engine down remotely, Ferdows?
With your help? Unless they've disconnected the pipes. Yes, I believe so. I know they're still waiting on the final calculations to be sent to the tower, so if we hurry...
Then let's not waste any more time.
Just get inside the tower and find the engine and contact us via the speaking tube. I'll walk you through the steps needed for me to take control, and then I'll force the engine to crash.
Crash?
Crash! Wait, what's happening now? Why are we all saying crash? Has there been an accident?
If we feed it the wrong instructions, the engine will stop working. Like a cloud ship that, crashes into a mountainside. It's complicated, but really quite easy.
We'll have to take your word for it.
I've worked on the engine for years. I know how it operates.
Are you guys ready? I am so ready. I mean, not really, because I have no idea what we're doing, but I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Not that I feel ready. I prefer fighting an enemy I can see, and I don't understand what this engine is, or how Ferdows plans to stop it, or what it's doing, but... So how about it, guys?
Let's go. Be safe, Kian. If you die, I'll be very cross with you.
El amigo de Campanilla Negro. ¿Quién es ese? ¿Quién te gusta? Enu, ¿no? Enu es que eres genial. Es el alma de la fiesta.
Reap Moon's Eve must be very important to Mercurians if they're willing to make such fools of themselves. Goddess, the Reap Moon appears to turn man into beast. They've lost all vestiges of self-control. It's painful to watch. Disgraceful. Everyone's drunk, uninhibited, agitated. This could go very wrong very quickly. Reap Moon's Eve must be very important to Mercurians if they're willing to make
Oye, Casis.
themselves.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Stop. Give it to me. That's it.
Goddess, the Reap Moon appears to turn man into beast.
Oh, gods, that feels great.
They've lost all vestiges of self-control. It's disgraceful.
Oh.
Goddess, the Reap Moon appears to turn man into beast.
Yeah, come on.
They've lost all vestiges of self-control. It's painful to watch.
Reaping's greetings! Oi! Hey! Where are you going, eh?
I can't believe it's Reap Moon already.
Come
I've been
on,
counting the days and
don't
now
be
it's here.
jealous.
I hardly know what to do with
Let's
myself.
dance, drink and be merry.
Move along. Move along.
I don't envy them their guard duty tonight. I don't think they're enjoying the festival much.
Damned heretics of them.
Yo me quiero ir de fiesta también.
They're lining up for the ceremony
Calm
in
down,
Tower Square.
everyone. You'll get through before the ceremony begins. Anyone caught jumping the line will be sent to the back.
If they're willing
There's
to
no
stand
rush.
in line on
The
Reap
ceremony's
Moon's
not
Eve
even
foregoing the
starting yet. Just stay in line and have your papers ready.
Everyone wants to witness the ceremony. Or perhaps there's free wine and food. They're lining up for the ceremony in Tower Square. They must be curious.
This bloody night never ends. Dig wells in the endless desert front.
Disgraceful.
We're urging Reap Moon ever again. If we're lucky. Good eloquent, nice eloquent.
He should get involved. That's what they're here for. But there's no sympathy for magical creatures. He obviously wishes he was elsewhere.
Gather round, friends, gather round. A most joyful Reap Moon's Eve to you all. Witness. A magical abomination has appeared among us on this holiest of holy nights. It's an affront to decency and humanity. A foul, feathered, chattering... foul!
Okay, joke's on me. Open this cage right now.
Right now.
It speaks with the voice of the great necromancer.
The voice of the what now?
Hold your breath, feathered servant of the shadow. Keep your obscene beak shut.
Can't argue with the obscene beak bit, but I'm not liking this whole bonfire thing you've got going on. I smell charred feathers.
Soon the grand ceremony begins, and the great engine ushers in a new age of reason, logic, and humanity, and an end to sorcery. We cannot let this foul heresy poison the night with its squawks and feathery filth. This false fowl mocked me once before, and caused a fellow follower, a fair friend of the cause, great physical pain and discomfort. The man may never be able to drink without dribbling again, all because of this freak of nature.
Si fuiste tú que le pegaste la pedrada.
Honor Hilaris, candidate and faithful servant of humanity, will personally light the bonfire to rid Mercuria of this final remnant of diseased magic. honoring our ancient human traditions. And
You gibbering coward. When are you gonna shut up and just go away? People are sick and tired of your racist tirades. If anyone here should be burned on that bonfire, it's you.
Bien dicho.
Killing that poor bird is the complete opposite of what the reaping's all about. How dare you claim to represent humanity when there's nothing human about you at all?
Hear, hear!
And you! You're supposed to be keeping the peace, aren't you? When were you planning to put a stop to this? Are you just gonna let that madman burn birds and incite violence in the city you've sworn to protect?
We do not intervene in local tradition, madam.
Oh, do intervene. No one here would mind it one bit, I'm sure.
Local tradition? Local tradition? This farce has absolutely nothing to do with local tradition. We don't burn poor defenseless animals in bonfires on Reap Moon's Eve.
Well, it's not an animal, is it?
What?
I mean, it's magical. It's a talking bird. Not an animal, per se.
Technically, the man is not wrong. I'll give him that.
Of course, it's an animal. Magical or not, it's a living creature, and you should put a stop to this right now.
Yeah, what she said.
Sorry, madam, but unless an actual human is being harmed, we cannot intervene.
Ruddy coward. That goes for the lot of you, especially that pig. Cowards!
That man again. When will he ever shut up? He's a despicable little worm, afraid of his own shadow. The world will be a better place without Honor Hilaris. That man again. When will he ever shut up? There's a bird in that cage.
Big guy.
A caged bird. In a bird's cage. What's
Eyes
that
on the
poor
bird.
bird doing on the pyre?
Up here.
Animal murder has nothing to do with the reaping. There's a bird in that cage.
I see your ears
A caged bird. In a bird's cage.
before we burn this...
What do you want, bird? I don't have time for...
I know you. I've seen engravings. You're Keon.
Keep your voice down. Where did you see those engravings?
I spent some time in Sadir. I'm Crow, friend of April Ryan and Zoe Castillo.
You were a friend of April?
Friend, partner, sidekick. I came back to Marcuria to find you, believe it or not. And since you're the reason I'm in this predicament, you have to help me. And quickly, because soon, if things go the way they appear to be going, I'll be very, very hot.
I'm sorry, Bird, but I need to find a way into the tower, and time is running...
The tower? The Azadi Tower? Big, white, cloud-piercing edifice? I know a way into the tower. A secret way. Get me out of this death trap, and I'll get you inside the tower, I swear on my hatchling nest.
If you're lying, I'll snap your scrawny neck.
Cross my beak and hope to die, which is a distinct possibility. Quickly now, that madman won't orate forever. What are you doing? Don't talk to me. Find a way to save me.
This must be the kindling they used to start the pyre.
Pledge to you, the good
This
people
seems
of
like an
Marcuria,
obvious target
that
for
I will
sabotage.
leave no cobblestone
This seems like an
unturned,
obvious
no
target for
cellar door
sabotage.
unlocked, no privy unexplored to find
In
the
this
last
city, they have
remnants
bathtubs
of
for
magic
birds.
in
The
our
Northlanders are an
fair
odd
city.
folk. Bird. In this city, they have bathtubs for birds. The Northlanders are an odd folk.
I'm running for office in the city.
A pumpkin.
where I can
An odd vegetable, native to the Northlands. We have nothing like it in Agadir. Apparently, the reaping is the right time for pumpkins, and they're an important part of the celebrations. Goddess knows why. They're hideous things.
Bird. Bards.
This bird is only the meager beginnings of our crusade.
Grapes of Nedra. I'm unfamiliar with this wine. Purple Rose of the North. Purple... Dragon's Fire. They've even put a little fireball on the bottle. I'm not sure if that's an invitation or a warning. Purple Rose of the North. Purple Rose? This is supposed to be a wine. Northland's Ruby. Any wine that begins with the word Northlands does not invite enthusiasm. Marcurian Red. Plain spoken, but not particularly inspiring. Goat's Hollow Winery. No. The Merry Minstrum. Plenty of bitter beer for Reapman's Eve. From the state of the revelers, I can't imagine there's much left in those barrels. Empty. Not surprising. Filthy as sin. All of them. They reek of foul spirits and human sick. Welcome to Reapman's Eve. Empty flagons. Empty. Which one's least filthy? Nope. They're all filthy. I feel unclean. I'd say it was empty, but that'd be an insult to the thick crust of filth lining this cup. Ugh. There's a hard crust lining the inside of the cup. It probably contains a cocktail of every disease known to mankind. I'd say it was empty, but that'd be an insult to the thick crust of filth lining this cup. Ugh.
Cobblestone unturned, no cellar door unlocked, no privy unexplored to find the last remnants of magic in our fair city.
If anything, this foul water has made the flagon even filthier. Water the color of sewage. So, sewage. If anything, this foul... That was like drinking the Shadow's sulphurous piss. I'm reasonably certain that had bird shit in it. I just drank bird shit. This was not a well-considered action by any measure of things. Why do I do this to myself?
It's Reapman's Eve, sir, and you appear to be uninebriated. For shame! Public intoxication is practically mandatory this evening. You're in luck, sir. Most stalls have shut down for the evening, but we're open and will remain open until the very last bottle has been sold. Which, from my experience, won't be too long now. The discriminating Northlander knows we're a notch above the rest. No Southlands imports here, sir. These bottles are tapped in the Northlands with wine from the tart purple grape of...
I'm sure your wine is more than adequate, merchant.
Oh. Very well. What can I get you tonight, most sober of sirs? Perhaps you want to sample a bottle before you buy?
I'm not some barbarian choosing wines merely by color. I'll need more than a thimbleful. A bottle will serve me better. I'm buying.
Which wine, sir? Oh, that's no ordinary wine. That, good sir, is a bottle of Dragon's Fire. Fermented using the finest hand-picked bottles in our collection. Fortified with honey and...
What's the price?
You don't want some proper background before you...
How much?
125 silver coins.
What? No. I don't have that kind of coin.
Well, it's between my stock and sobriety at this hour. That choice ought to make itself. Hello again. Changed your mind, sir? Do you perhaps want a little sampler?
I'm not... A small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir? Interesting. You want to sample the Dragon's Fire, our most potent wine, capable of reducing seasoned warriors to tears and bashful maidens to...
I want to taste it now.
As you please, sir. There you go, sir. Give that a smell, a swirl, and a sip.
He expects the cup to be empty. Besides, no honorable man returns a full cup to his host. Even this amount can probably kill a grown man.
Shadow! Burns like fire! Tonight we fight like dragons.
Vamos a probar más vino. Vamos a probar otro, a ver qué dice. Por hacer la gracia.
Can't stay away, can you, sir? Buy or
Sí.
sample?
I'm not a small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir? Excellent choice, sir. This one is both tart and celebratory. A melancholy
Just
mix
pour the
of
wine, please.
Very well.
Vamos a pillar una cocorda.
There you go, sir. Give that a smell, a swirl, and a sip.
I think this is more than enough Northland's wine. No one could possibly need any more.
Es rojo.
Donkey's urine. That's what this is. Ass piss. And it kicks like a mule.
¡Qué bueno, tío! Vamos a probar otro.
Ass piss. And it kicks like a mule.
Can't stay away, can you, sir? Buy or sample?
I'm not some barbarian choosing wines merely by color. A small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir?
Se oye más pedo. Oye, no me puedo mover. Ah, ese.
Interesting. You want to sample the Dragon's Fire, our most potent wine, capable of reducing seasoned warriors to tears and bashful maidens to...
I want to taste it now.
Now.
As you please, sir. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5... 8... 9... 10... Odd. I don't remember the tasting cup being quite so expensive.
This is a lethal amount of hard liquor. On the positive side, it's eating away at the filthy crust lining the cup. A flagon of dragon's fire.
Humans have lower intelligence, less compassion and empathy than humans. It's a scientific fact. Learned scholars have
Se le va a pudrir el hígado.
and
About
come
to
to
wrap
this
up his
conclusion.
mad ramblings.
You can look it up
I'll
in
just have to
books.
wait and watch.